All right. So, hi, very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome at this webinar of Hacks to YouTube by Digigrad. So, I, Anupam Srivastav, welcome all of y'all at Digigrad. So, first of all, I would like to thank all of y'all for joining us today. And I hope you all are keeping well and safe during this pandemic. And also, guys, wishes of New Year to all of y'all. Now, today's session is when we go ahead and talk about YouTube. What are those important factors which one should keep in mind if you are planning to have a YouTube channel? Now, we all know YouTube has been a platform where we have been spending a huge amount of time, especially during this lockdown. Now, a lot of people want to become a YouTuber. They would like to go ahead and promote their content on YouTube for various different reasons. First, you would like to become famous. You would like your content to be seen by a huge number of people. At the same time, many a times, yes, one of another major factors is that you would like to end up earning money with the help of YouTube videos. Yes, you heard me right. A lot of people are aware that with the help of YouTube, I can actually end up making money. Now, when we talk about YouTube, making up money is one of the most easiest method. Okay, majority of the people who are currently available on YouTube are either making a good amount of money and also are one of the famous and the most leading digital influencers in today's state. Today, when we talk about YouTube, it's all about getting more number of views, more number of likes, more number of comments, and absolutely subscribers. Now, today is when we go ahead and talk about the major hacks of YouTube. Now, before we come down to the major hack of YouTube, it becomes important for all of us to understand that why YouTube. Now, when we talk about YouTube, so this is one of that platform where you can expect a huge amount of people to come down and search for video content. This is morely known as a video search engine by a huge number of people. This is that section which consists of multiple number of videos which can be easily seen by people across the globe. You need not to have a proper platform which needs to be owned by you to promote your videos. You can absolutely go ahead, utilize this platform and get your results. The best part is that when we talk about getting our videos into a higher ranking, I have both the options available, which is organic. Now, when I say organic, it's all about free. And when I say inorganic, it's all about paid. Okay. So obviously, yes, I being a digital advertiser or a digital marketer or a YouTuber would have both the options available. Okay. I would always have both the options available. Today, what we are going to talk about is going to be very much precisely in regards to organic technicalities. How can you make sure that your video is being seen by the majority number of people who are there on YouTube searching for anything relevant to your kind of content? Now, when we talk about the major hacks, the very first hack what we talk about in today's date is none other than the keywords. Now, for an example, I am there on YouTube and I might end up searching for various different things. Let's say I might end up searching for dance videos. Now, the moment I go ahead and I end up searching for dance videos, there are a huge number of videos which will pop up over the screen. Now, how do I make sure that among all those videos, the video which is being shown at the highest is my video? Let's go ahead and try understand. So now you can see I am here on Google, okay? And I simply go down to YouTube. And the moment I'm here on YouTube, I can go ahead and search for anything. Let's say dance videos. And the moment I end up searching for dance videos, I end up getting a lot of content. Okay. Now you could see there is one content which is available at the top. And then obviously when I keep on scrolling down, I keep on getting content. Yes. How do I make sure that, let's say, considering if this is my video, how do I make sure my video is being shown at the top? Here, the major thing what we need to talk about is the search term which is being typed by people, or what we call it to be as keywords. Now, working on keywords, various different methods are there. How do I need to understand? Now, the very first thing is to use third-party keyword platforms. Let's say over here we suggest talk about a platform which is known as Ubersuggest. Okay. Now, when we go ahead and talk about Ubersuggest, this is a free platform where you can go ahead and get an idea in regards to the same. Okay. So now let's say I am up over here. I simply come down and search for, let's say, dance videos, and I change it to my respective country or wheresoever I would like my videos to be shown to more number of users. And the moment you have started searching for it, you would get to see what kind of people or how many number of people are searching for these kind of keywords. Now, with this particular platform, first of all, I would get to know how many times the keyword is being searched. Okay. Second, can I have some other keyword ideas or some kind of keywords which is relevant to this particular keyword, which is dance videos? So now when we go ahead, we can quickly have a look over here. So let's say when you talk about dance videos is something which is widely searched by almost around 1,35,000 people, dance video. Okay, so can you see one alphabet difference, videos and video, dance for videos, dance video songs, dance video baby, dance video kids. So these are few of those keywords which is widely being used. Okay. Now, when you talk about the keyword ideas, so on the left hand side, we also have one section of keyword ideas. Now over here, in terms of keyword ideas, you would get to see a lot of keyword ideas, and it's also giving you the links for those videos which has made those videos to be on the top on the, I would say, YouTube search engine with the help of this particular keyword. Many a times, what we also suggest is that we search for a relevant keyword and then we try to see that what kind of terminologies they have taken in their title and description. So let's say here they have used dance video. In the second video as well, it has been used by dance video. Third, it would have been available over here also, it's their dance. Okay, this is again nowhere it's mentioned, this is where it says dance video. Okay, so again I need to understand that which all terminologies are being used by the other video people who have been uploaded over YouTube, the very common thing. Now, just like Ubersuggest, we have a lot of third party platforms which can be easily used by us for promoting up the keywords. For an example, after this we also have something which is known as Google Keyword Planner. So you can end up using Google Keyword Planner as well. Or if we talk about, we also have something which is known as, I would say, so once you are here, you also have something being very precise, which is known as keywordtool.io. Okay. So this is also one of that platform which can be easily used. Or you also have something which is known as Ahref. So we have various different tools available which can be used by all of us for deciding of the keyword. So let's say we are here as of now on the platform of keywordtool.io. So here as well, I can come down to YouTube being very precise and I can search for, let's say, dance, and then I can have videos and I can end up searching for it. And now it would start giving me the most beneficial keywords which I can use to go ahead and promote it into my YouTube terms. So can you see these are few of the famous terms or the famous keywords which is being used by a lot of videos to make sure that the content is being available into the top ranking position over the search engine whenever people are searching for the same. Okay, so this is the very first method of hacking up your YouTube SEO. Now, let's go ahead to the second major option and try to understand what it is. Now, the second most important thing always is the title. Now, when we talk about the title, this is the most important thing. Okay, this is just like having a headline for your content. And this is what we have been, I would say, experienced for a very long time, that until unless you feel like that the headline is something very much interesting and very much important for the kind of content what you are looking for, you might not end up clicking on that. And when I talk about YouTube, it's all about making sure that people click on the video. So let's say over here I search for anything, let's say I search for Hyundai Creta. So now when I have searched for it, I end to see a lot of content up over here. Okay. Now what is my headlines over here? These are the titles or the headlines what we talk about. For an example, 2020 Hyundai Creta review, better than the original, First drive, auto car. Then again, when we talk about the second one, which says 2020 Hyundai Creta review, Gagan Chaudhary. 2020 Hyundai Creta SX automatic detailed review with on-road price. Hyundai Creta 2020 Asli test, a lot of details. Now, can you see how these, I would say, videos or the YouTube accounts or the YouTube channels have made sure that they are giving the details as much as possible in the headlines? For an example, here they have given you in a comparison manner, which says 2020 Hyundai Creta review. Is it better than the original? First drive, the name of the brand, and then the auto car. Okay, this is how it goes. Again, when you talk about this, it says the entire review of the vehicle, which is by the person known as Gagan Chaudhary. Or when you talk about this one, which says new Hyundai Creta manufacturing, Chennai plant visit. Now, all the people who are willing to have a look at how the vehicles are manufactured would absolutely go ahead with these kind of headlines. Okay, would absolutely go ahead with these kind of headlines to be very precise in regards to the same. Okay, so this is where we need to talk about our title. Now, when you talk about a title, we always try to make sure that whenever I'm writing up the title, I should make sure that the name of the channel, or if I have any series being very precise, is also being mentioned over the video. Now, for an example, I am here on my dummy YouTube channel. Okay, now this is one of a YouTube channel which has been created for a dummy. Okay, now once you're available on this particular YouTube channel, now is the time when I need to go ahead and upload a video. So now when I talk about uploading up a video, I have the option over here, whereas I can just click on upload. It's asking me to select a file. It would open up your system. I have selected a file, and now you can see it will start uploading your video. And the very first thing which is being asked by you is none other than but the title. This is where you are supposed to go ahead and write down your title. Now, when we talk about title, the maximum character limit is of 100. You need to make sure that you are not utilizing the entire 100 characters, because many a times what would happen that if your character limit is too high, okay, your headline, what you're writing up, might come down into two different lines, or many a time you might have the continuation symbols, which terms as dot 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 after a certain amount of text. In the tech term, we call that continuation mark as ellipsis. So whenever we end up writing the headlines or the titles, we need to be very precise. Okay. So let's say this is in regards of, so I would term it as social media integration process. Then I would write down digital marketing tricks. And then I would write down my name as the channel name is the same. Okay, so this has been the title of my video. So this is where we need to make sure that the title whatsoever we are taking needs to be as clear, as crisp as possible, whereas you should always make sure that you are adding one of your primary keyword and also one of your secondary keyword in regards of the details. Okay, we always make sure that the kind of keywords what you're taking should be a major part of your detail, just like how we spoke about Hyundai Creta. So can you see each and every video is having Hyundai Creta, Hyundai Creta, Hyundai Creta, or when we spoke about the previous video, which was a dance video. Okay, so this is the second most important technique to make sure that you are having a best headline in regards of your video platform. Okay, so I hope till here it's clear for all of y'all. Now let's proceed further and talk about the third major section. Now, talking about the third major section, it also becomes important to have tags. Now, tags are something where we try to incorporate as many keywords as I can. Okay, as many keywords as I can. Now, tags also is something which is not going to be shown on the video at any point of time. So let's say if the videos are available up over here on the screen for all of you all to have a look at, no one will get to see what is the tag technically. There was a time when YouTube was actually showing up that what was the tag, and tag was shown up over here after the descriptions. But as of now, it is not being done. Okay, as of now, YouTube has made sure that at any point of time, the tags which has been used by the YouTube channels and the platforms or the YouTube accounts should not be shown to a general set of audience. Tag is something which remains at the backend, which is being accessed only by the AI and the search engine crawlers. Okay. Now, again, when we talk about adding up the tags, now tags is something where you can make sure that you have the heaviest amount of text. Technically, just how we had somewhere around 100 words of text available up over here, okay, I can make sure that when I talk about tags while uploading the video, I would have the option to write down the tags up to 500 characters. 500 characters. Now, how can I write the tags? Now, writing up the tags is something very much important to be kept in mind. This is where we try to incorporate our keywords. This is where we try to make sure that my title or my heading has been bifurcated into various different sections and I'm adding all of it. Because many a times you would notice, let's say for an example over here, I am here at this particular section of Hyundai Creta. The moment I have searched for Hyundai Creta, yes, I have got all the details in regards to it, but at the same time, you would notice that I have got few of the details being precise to few of the other requirements. For an example, over here, it gives me the detail for one of the variant of the vehicle, which is SX automatic. Okay. Or here, it gives me the detail of the manufacturing of the vehicle. Or again, when I talk about it, this gives me the detail of the 1.4 turbo petrol variant. Over here again, it gives me the detail for Creta diesel. Or if I talk about over here, which says missing features, cost cutting, negative, and all these kind of things. Yes. So again, these are few of the details which would be shown up with the help of the tags. Okay. So now let's say if this is what my title is. So first of all, I would make sure that I bifurcate my title into various different sections and I'm adding it over the tags. Okay. Let's say I type down one more as digital marketing tricks. Um, I would go ahead and add one more, such as let's say let's say digital marketing by Anupam. Okay, social media tools. So can you see how I am able to write down all my relevant questions, okay, or I would say my relevant tags for which I would like to make sure that my video is being shown up whensoever people are searching for something relevant, okay? So at that particular moment of time, this is something which becomes very, very, very important in regards of tags. Now, obviously, yes, you can take tags up to 500 characters, but I would suggest you to be as precise as possible while writing up your tags. Also with tags, one more thing is what I would like to take up. Now, we have spoken about headlines, we have spoken about tags. Now, let's quickly also talk about descriptions. Description is one section which gives you the option to have your content for up to 5,000 character limit. So can you see this up over here? I have the option of up to 5,000 character limit. Now, when I talk about up to 5,000 character limit, I can type down the description as long as possible. And the best part is that over here, you can have the links of your existing videos or previous video which you would like to show. Okay. Also, many a times, the people who are willing to do a kind of affiliate marketing with the help of their YouTube can also use this particular description option. Now, description, as the name implies, you can be as descriptive in regards of your video, giving all the policies, terms and conditions, the kind of gadgets and everything is what you have used. Every absolute thing can be utilized up over here. Okay. Now, with all these things, you can also make sure that you're giving links to your previous video so that if anyone is interested to watch any other video can easily get accessed. Or you can also try pitching your social platforms such as Facebook or Instagram with the help of the links given below so that people can go ahead and quickly subscribe, or I would say follow or send you a request onto your various different social platforms. Okay, so this is the importance of tags. Okay, this is where you would go ahead and add down all your relevant keywords in regards to the video, which is not going to be shown to the end user at the end. It will be shown only to the search engine crawlers, which will help you to categorize and prune your video based on the search terms to be shown over the screen as soon as people are searching for something relevant. Okay, so this was the third term what we spoke about, or I would term it as to be the third hack what we have spoken about in regards to the same. Okay, now after this, let's go ahead to the fourth one. Now it's all about thumbnail. Now, thumbnail is something which plays a very, very, very important role in regards of video. Whenever we are there on YouTube, all these images what you get to see, okay, actually when you would go down to this video, the very first video by autocar, you might not get to see the same image anywhere on the screen what you get to see over here, or the one what you talk about this or about this or about this. Generally in today's date, people make sure that the thumbnail needs to be as creative, as eye-catching, and as interesting as possible. Now when you talk about thumbnails, it becomes important. Okay, it becomes important for you to give the maximum amount of those interesting details which people can get to know once they watch your video. For an example, when we talk about this one which says, should you buy Creta, yes or no? Now, this is where he's telling you that, okay, apart my headline as well, apart my description and everything, I would also like to have it up available over here so that I can make sure that the people get to know an idea that what it is and how it is. Or when I talk about this, which you can see, it says hidden features. Okay. Or you go down over here and then it says base model Creta 2021, 1.25 lakh. Okay. So this is how the thumbnail is created. Now, many a times, if you have created an absolute new YouTube channel, you would not be allowed to go ahead and create a thumbnail. Okay, you would not be allowed to go ahead and create a thumbnail. For having a thumbnail onto your respective video, you need to make sure that the account of your YouTube has been verified by giving your email address and also by giving your mobile number. Now, once you're there into your account, okay, once you're there into your account, you have the option to go down to the settings part. And this is where it will ask you to go ahead and verify your account. Okay, this is where it is going to go ahead and ask you to verify your account. Only once your account has been verified by giving up the numbers is the time while uploading the video, you will get the option something like this. So let's see. So again, I go ahead, try to upload a video. Okay. And I select any random video over now. I click on open and here it goes to upload. And now when I scroll down, this is the section of thumbnail. Now, generally what YouTube does is that if you're allowed to upload thumbnails from your side, it will always give you the option to upload thumbnail. Okay, it will always give you the option to upload thumbnail. If not, then from your video itself, it would pull out few of these snippets. So can you see 3 of these snippets are getting loaded from the video which I have uploaded. From this, YouTube will give you 3 of these snippets. You can opt for any one of them. Okay, you can opt for any one of them, and you can make sure that video will have that particular image as a thumbnail being available. But keep one thing in mind: at any point of time, this particular platform of YouTube Creator Studio is nowhere giving you the option to go ahead and design the thumbnail on this platform. If you're willing to do that, you need to use third-party platforms such as, let's say, either Adobe Photoshop, or if you want to use it at the easiest, the best thing to go ahead and utilize is going to be something which is known as Canva, an absolute free platform for building up images. Okay, so you can go ahead up over there. You have to select a specific size. Now, when I talk about thumbnail, I cannot create it in any random size. I have a specific size for the same. What is the size? Generally, when you talk about the size, it is 1080 into 1920 if you want to have it into an absolute landscape one, which is cinematic effect with a border at top at the bottom. If not, then you can have it into 1200 into 628 pixels. 1200 into 628 pixels. That is the most relevant size which can be utilized for thumbnails. Okay. And also one more criteria for the thumbnail is that the file size shouldn't be of more than 2 MB. Okay, so you need to make sure that the creative, whatever you are planning for, that is perfectly fine, but the file size is not exceeding more than 2 MB. You need to make sure that it's lower than that so that it can be easily uploaded up over here. Okay. And obviously, yes, one thing which I would like to clarify in today's date, majority of the people click the video based on the thumbnail in today's date. Okay. And we all know if you want your video to be shown at the top, you need to make sure that you have got the maximum number of clicks and maximum number of views in regards to your video. And that is going to be available only when people click and watch your video. Okay. So that is something which is very much important to be taken care of. I hope this particular section of tags is clear with all of y'all. If it's a yes, then please type down one quickly, guys, so that we can quickly proceed further. All right, perfect, perfect. That's great. That's great. So now let's proceed further with the next discussion point. Now, one of the most important factor over here is to make sure that when you're uploading a video, okay, you always edit the name of the file. Okay. Now this is always suggested. Okay. Whether you are doing it for your custom thumbnail or you are willing to do it for your particular video. Okay. We always prefer that whenever you are uploading up a video, it shouldn't be on a random name. You should always make sure that it's properly named. For an example, when I talk about this particular video, so you can see the name of the file itself properly says creating social media web pages. I should not just upload a video which says video one or video two or a date or a time and a date or something of this sort. I should always make sure that these pointers are never a point of it, are absolutely never a point of it. I was always make sure that the file is renamed based on my video title. Okay, you can let it be small, short and precise, but we always prefer that the title what you're willing to have, okay, you should have the similar file name for your video. Now for this, before you are willing to upload your video, you need to make sure that the video what you are going to upload should have the file name renamed and then you upload. Okay, because once it is uploaded, it's done. We cannot make any changes over there. So it becomes very much important for all of us to make sure that whenever I want to upload the video, I first rename them. Okay. Now, why do we do this? Because at this particular moment of time, the AIs or the crawlers or the bots of search engines, especially for Google, prefers your video that, okay, this video has been named as it, the title has been given it. Now, this is somewhere relevant to the search term which is being searched by people. So now let's go ahead and search for the same. Okay, so this is again one of that most important factor to be taken care of while uploading the videos onto your platform. Now, also, I would like to clarify one thing. When we upload a video, so obviously you're supposed to rename. So always make sure that you're not having spaces on that. Okay, you should not take spaces. Instead of space, what we prefer is to have underscore. Okay, now this I am just showcasing it to you by typing it down in the title to understand. While writing up the title, you need to make sure that you're writing it properly in the proper sentence case, okay, with proper spaces and everything. But when you're willing to upload a file, you should have a file name something like this, which is creating. So at the time of space, you can have underscore. Then again, you can have your text such as social space media space pages. You can have something like this in regards of your names. Okay, so this is that particular option. Now, apart all these things, okay, apart all these things, one of the most important factor is the reason why we are there on YouTube is to make sure that my video is available at the top. Okay, now this is something which is easily possible once you start getting more number of clicks. Now, one thing which we all need to understand, agree, is that patience is something which is very much important. If you have just recently started your YouTube channel, and then if you are planning to get your website or videos on the top on the YouTube search engine, it's gonna take time. Because for that, YouTube would always like to prefer those videos which has got more number of likes, which has got more number of watch hours, which has got more number of views, which has got more number of subscribers, and obviously more number of content. Okay, so this is something which becomes very much important for all of us to understand. Okay, obviously when we talk further about it, okay, when we talk further about it, at that particular moment of time, it is important for all of us to understand that what it is and how it is. Okay, so here, the moment you upload your video, within the first, I would say, couple of hours, okay, try to get the major number of interactions and watch hours. It can be your friend, your family member, share the links with them, ask them to watch the video for a certain duration, and then if they want, they can leave it, or if they can watch the entire video, far better. Okay, this at the initial time, the moment you upload your video, would absolutely boost your video to get onto the higher positions. Okay, and at the same time, if you start sharing your video, so I would not say uploading your videos on another platform, but sharing the same YouTube link, maybe by the embedded link on your website, or by sharing it with the help of the link or the URL on Facebook or on Twitter, would also give you some additional push with the help of the same. Okay, so these were the major 5 hacks which one should always keep in mind in regards of search engine optimization for your YouTube channel. Okay, now with this, let's go ahead further and open up the floors for the Q&A. Now, all of you guys, so whatever questions you have in regards of whatever we have discussed till now, I would request all of you all to please go ahead and type down your questions, and I would love to answer all of them. Now, we have already got few of the questions. Okay, we have already got few of the questions. So let me go ahead and answer those questions quickly. So the very first question what we have got is that the question is by Priya. Okay, and the question is, what's that common mistake when it comes to YouTube SEO? Now, when you talk about YouTube SEO, a lot of common mistakes are there. First of all, having a copyrighted content. Okay, you need to make sure that the content what you're having is not having any copyright claims. Okay, that content is absolutely original, maybe in terms of the video clippings or in terms of the audio files. Okay, that's the very first common mistake. Second, many a times people end up sharing their video by people, and they ask their friends and family to watch it, but generally what people do is that they would open up the video, let couple of seconds play, and they close the video. So that's a drawback. Okay, that's an absolute pushback and drawback. You need to make sure that your video is having more number of watch hours. Okay, so that is also something very much important to be kept in mind. Obviously, yes, the basic terms and conditions, okay, of YouTube needs to be kept in mind always while uploading the video. And as we also spoke about thumbnail, so this is something, a very common mistake what a lot of people do. The video content is going to be something absolutely different, and the thumbnail is going to be absolutely different. Now this terminology is known as clickbait. A lot of time people end up doing it. Okay, many a times with the help of this, you might get more number of clicks on your video, but at the end you might not get a proper watch hour or an average viewing time for your video, which generally pushes your video down in terms of the ranking. Okay, so these are few of the common mistakes, Priya, when it comes to YouTube SEO. Okay, now let's go down to another question. This question is by Abhirami. Do backlinks to my YouTube video help to rank the videos? Obviously, yes. I mean, let's say if you have already uploaded one video and that video has been doing wonders for you, it has performed really well, you have got a good amount of watch hours and everything absolutely up over there. So what you can do, that many a times while uploading the video, okay, or you can, if that video is already available, you can go ahead, add cards to that. Or many a times you would see people telling that if you want to watch my previous video or you want to watch my upcoming video, the link is somewhere in the I button, so they frame it. So you can have those framings. Okay, now with this you can actually expect people to come down and watch that video, and that would I would say absolutely increase the value of that particular video. Okay, so yes, that's a valid point to be taken up. Clear? Okay, the next question is by Aviral. Does low match time of a video will act like bounce it and will work? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If you are having a lower average session view time for your videos, or if you have a lower average video time, then that affects your search engine optimization for your video. And YouTube at that particular moment of time, or being very precise, I would say Google at that point of time would not prefer for your video to be shown at the higher position. So that is something which is pretty much common. Okay, and that absolutely happens. Okay, that absolutely happens. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, all right. The next question is by, I would say, can a copyright video content be used with audio being silent? No, 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 absolutely not. This question is by Shane Games. So, no, absolutely not. A video clipping can easily get copyrighted. Okay, a video clipping can easily get copyrighted. So, make sure that you're not doing it. Okay. The next question is by Prasad. Hi Prasad. Could you please suggest me places where I can test out my SEO strength? Various different platforms are there. Moz is something which can easily help you out. Screaming Frog is something which can easily help you out. I would say apart that um, small SEO tools, if you talk in terms of free, you can utilize and try that. Um, I would say growth bar is also a good one to be used. Um, Growth bar, Ahref, Woo rank is also one of it which can be used. So these are few of the platforms where you can actually test out the SEO strength for your content and for your videos. Okay. All right. Then we have got again one question from Aviral: how to put CTAs in videos, because people don't really open description box. CTAs in videos is technically not possible because video is a video. Okay. And it's shown on a frame. The moment you go ahead and interact with the video, either it will play or it will get paused. Okay. So when you talk about CTAs, either you can have cards, which is shown towards the end of the YouTube, that the moment the video is about to get over, you might get windows for different another videos from the same channel which you can interact with, or they would tell you that I have got I buttons, you can click on those. So while uploading the video, towards the end of the process is when you will get this option where you can technically try to add CTA options. Is it clear? Where it will give you the option to add links and the videos or your different set of playlists and these kind of things. Clear? Do subtitle also affects for SEO? Yes. At any point of time, if you want your website or your content to be vernacular in terms of language, multilingual, then yes, subtitle affects to a very higher, I would say, position. At that time, it's always preferred that if you could have subtitles. And yes, that would be, I would say, a bit of beneficial pointers for you if you are willing to get yourself on the higher position on the video search engine. Is it clear, Aviral? All right. Any other question, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions, everyone? All right, so these were a few of the major pointers. A few more points. What I would like to add from my side is that whenever you talk about the YouTube SEO, you always need to make sure that the content quality, what you have, needs to be at the higher level. Okay, many a times when your audio is not clear in the video what you have uploaded, or your video is not clear if it's on a lower quality. Okay, many a times people might end up giving you strikes for that, which says that your voice is not clearly audible, or there are some lags and these kind of things. So that is also something which is very much important to be taken care of first, which I would say your production quality of the content. Okay. The second most important point, additionally, what I would like to tell you is that you should always make sure that the comments, what you have got, you're getting engaged with those people's. Comment is something which is very much important because technically these comments will always give you an idea that what kind of content is being liked by people. Let's say for an instance, I'm a chef. Okay. And when I say I'm a chef, I might end up asking people that uh, these are the content, or these are the videos or the recipes what I have already created. Okay. So when I talk about these kind of recipes and everything. So did you liked it or not? You can please reply it over the comment section. And on top of that, we also end up telling many a times, or we end up asking many a times, that me being a chef, which recipe you would like me to cook for the next video. Now with this, what is happening? First of all, I'm creating that two-way communication. I'm asking people that what they would like to see, and they might end up typing their comments for the same. After this, just because I have got engagement, with this engagement, I have got a content idea that, okay, in the upcoming video, what kind of content I shall go ahead and create. Let's say this was more about creating, I would say, preparing biryani. So now when I talk about it, now it's very much clear that out of 1,000 comments, some 400 people have asked me to have a recipe for biryani, and I go ahead and have that. So at this particular moment of time, it becomes pretty much easy that if I upload a content relevant to this particular recipe or dish, I can easily expect a huge number of people to go ahead and watch it. Okay. So these are again few of the minor points to be kept in mind in regards of YouTube. So any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? What would be the healthy way to put backlinks of my video? Try to embed it on various different platforms. Okay. Try to first of all have it on Facebook and on Twitter. Also try to have it over your email signatures at any point of time if you feel like that few of the videos are there which is going to be important. So that is something which is few of the major pointers to make sure that you have the healthy way to put backlinks to your videos. Okay. Ravi, I believe you're clear with it. Yes. How often should I update my caption? Okay, I would not prefer people updating your caption in a very short interval. Okay, I would say at least let your content be there for almost around 2 weeks and see what kind of actions are being taken. Minimum, I would say let it be there for 15 days. Or if you can have into a frame of 15 to 20 days, that would be the best time. Okay, because the more quickly you actually go ahead and change the, I would say, the captions or the title and the headlines of your video would not be suggested, because every time you change, the number starts back from zero. So for Google, then it's being like, okay, you have completely changed it, now let's start from zero. So that's not suggested. Technically, I personally would not suggest. Okay. The next question is again, do hashtag works on YouTube descriptions? I would say not really. Okay, because YouTube is more of a search section. Okay, though you would see a lot of videos having hashtags in today's date. It works to a very minor extent, but if you're getting to I mean expecting to get a huge amount of data and result with the help of that, friend, I'm sorry, that might not be a very great idea to work on that accordingly. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Any other question, guys? How important in keyword research? It's very important. It's absolutely very important, because when you talk about keyword research, this is where you need to understand that in regards to your video, what kind of content is being actually searched. Okay, how people are having a look at that. So it becomes very much important up over there to understand what it is and how it is. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. So keyword is one of the most important factor to be taken care of, an absolute most important factor to be taken care of, I would say. Okay. Any other question, guys? Any other question? What's the effect of, it's a huge effect. Okay, let me tell you, it's a huge effect on YouTube, because I would say when you talk about I would say the kind of comments what you have, okay, that is when YouTube actually also tries to understand the kind of content what you're receiving up your videos. Okay, if the content is morely towards the positive side and everything for an absolute new channel over the YouTube, yes, it affects to a very higher aspect. Okay, the video which is having the higher number of I would say likes, comments, clicks is something which is going to be affected more for a video ranking over YouTube as a platform. Okay, is it clear? Do closed caption get crawled by search engines? I would say partially. Partially. Okay, I would say partially. It's going to be searched for major time when you have your title and description available into multiple languages. Let's say you have got it in English also, and a bit of part in English as well. So if you have Hindi and English both, at that time having I would say CCs becomes important. Okay, at that time it becomes important. So again, we have got one more question. What's the effect of social media traffic? That's very strong, I would say. If you get traffic from Twitter and all these platforms, a higher advantage on YouTube, a higher advantage on YouTube. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, what data is important from YouTube analytics for SEO? The amount of time people are spending to watch your video. Okay, the amount of time people are spending to watch your video. So that is something which is very much important as an analytics section. Okay, and obviously yes, the more number of subscribers what you're getting, that also turns out to be an important part. But then average generally it's going to be the number of views and the average view duration. Okay, the number of views and the average view duration, this is going to be something which is very much important. Okay. All right, we have got one more question from Hema. You asked people to watch certain amount of duration. How would you decide what duration? I would say somewhere around 70 to 80% of the video. So let's say if you have got your video for 5 minutes, I would request that try to make sure that your video is being watched for at least somewhere around 3 to 3.5 minutes. That's going to be a average duration because you have seen more than 50% of it. So that's something which is going to be important. Okay. Pernika, is YouTube Shorts will help you to increase subscribers? Yes, it will help you to increase subscribers, but those subscribers is going to be into an absolute different category. Okay, those are those people who would like to get interacted with the videos, which is for a shortest duration of time, maybe let's say 15 seconds or 30 seconds. If you are willing to get an audience who can spend watching your content for 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, they might not be the very relevant one. So based on the kind of content you are having, you can try to have different kind of audience started subscribing to your channel and following your video. Okay. Again, we have got one more question, Prasad. Thank you for answering all my previous question. Thank you so very much, Prasad, for joining us. Is there any testing methods and metrics for my content? Not really. When you talk about the content, you need to understand that what kind of content you have, which all kind of audience you were expecting. Okay. Based on that, generally is when we talk about based on the number of views, you can try and understand that if you have any competitors, which you would obviously have, so those videos has got what kind of data. Okay, let's say they have got X number of views in X amount of time and X number of likes in X number of times. Accordingly, you can try and understand by just having a comparing over it. Okay, got it. Perfect, perfect. All right, all right. So I believe this session was somewhere or the other very much interesting for all of you guys. I hope that you have got a fair enough idea to understand that what it is and how YouTube SEO works. So I would like to see you back again, guys, as soon as possible into the upcoming sessions. And that's all, guys. Thank you so very much for joining us today. I wish you all the very best. Have a great evening ahead, all of y'all, and have a great week, all of y'all. And also, I hope to see you all having your own YouTube channel as soon as possible so that I can personally go ahead and subscribe to all of it. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us today at Digigrad. This is Anupam Srivastava signing off, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great